Joe of Super Selli Joes. Ever since Selli had Selli Joes, you are the Joe of Super Selli Joes. Alex Tomaselli has sex with kids.
Cap. It's all cap, as they say.
Cap is what the children call bullshit.
Yes.
All cap.
We're live.
Oh.
How cool is that?
We get right into it.
We don't know that. We don't use the. We don't have like a director or anything. No producer off to the side with cans in their ears saying like, "Oh, we're live. Do this. Say the sponsors." We don't do that.
No topics fed.
No. Nothing. We don't. I don't like tap a clipboard being like, we got a lot on the show tonight. We got a lot to talk about. We don't roll that way.
No papers, as you can see.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're off the grid.
I love it.
It's an organic live process.
Yeah.
It combines the best aspects of late night talk shows, stand-up comedy, improv, radio. That's what podcasting is.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So this is and. Yeah, welcome to the pod, Carolyn. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We got Carolyn Blair, everyone, amazing stand-up comedian and veterinary assistant. Is that the title?
I'm going to be a veterinary nurse, so vet tech.
There we go.
Yeah.
The first doctor on the fucking pod. How cool is that, man? Normally we don't have. We try to get Dr. Fauci on, and he was like, "I'm too busy getting people to die with false information." And it's like, damn, doc, all right. It's like, are you sure? It's like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I'm all set. Thank you.
Whatever happened to that guy? He vanished.
Yep.
He took all of our money. He infected us with poison, and now he's like gone. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, doc?
Never trust an Italian, dude.
Mamma mia. Yeah. Now I've heard of spicy meatballs, but this is ridiculous. Finn's going nuts right now.
He smells death.
Did you guys hear Cuomo was saying that like, oh, I'm not a pervert. I'm just Italian.
That was response. Like that was everyone's bumper sticker. They were selling T-shirts at like Little Italy at Times Square. You can either buy like I'm not perverted, I'm Italian, and it has a little Italian flag underneath it, or you could buy the classic "fuck you fucking fuck." Remember that shirt?
No, I thought you were gonna say "I Heart New York." But yeah.
Oh, you never saw the "fuck you fucking fuck" shirt?
No. That's
like my favorite one.
I've never seen that in the city.
It's all. I saw that when I was like 8 years old visiting New York as a kid.
You know what's I'm sorry, ADHD, I interrupted
That's okay.
you.
That's all right.
I was like, you know what's fascinating about him is that he's one of the few people I look at and think, yeah, that man is truly ugly. Like,
Cuomo?
Yeah. Like
is it the nipple rings?
Very few people I'm like, yeah, that person's ugly. He's got the Uggs.
He is not charming.
No. You could see where there was something, but it's been corrupted by evil.
And who was the governor during COVID time? What was his name?
What do you mean?
He was also Italian.
He was
the guy. Who was the mayor of New York? De Blasio.
Yes.
Remember when De Blasio was like stuffing his face with food and like explaining how like you could eat in restaurants again, like if you get the vaccine? And he's like, if you get the vaccine, you can eat in a restaurant. And he was just like stuffing his fucking face with some disgusting.
I wasn't here then. So.
Yeah, sounds romantic.
But it was still like it was news because everyone was like, this is fucking weird and awkward.
I remember Chris Christie shut down beaches and then he was on the beach with his entire family.
No, that was a whale that had washed up on sea and no one knew.
I hated him for that.
Everyone hated it. Well, like all the politicians took a massive L during COVID. Everyone. Except little AOC, who was able to rise to power with a wave of horniness. A wave of horniness swept her into office. Like, ooh, I want this spicy little Latin X-woman in government telling me what to do. And now look, she's endorsing Mondami.
Yeah.
Known terrorist, Zoran Jihad Madami.
To be fair, I think everyone experienced a wave of horniness during the pandemic.
It was the horniest era in American history.
Yeah.
That's where OnlyFans really like flourished.
Yeah.
Because it's like, damn, it's like, what are we going to do? It's like, I guess I'm just going to pay this person I know to show me their underwear.
Yeah.
I was single during that and quarantining alone, and I just started writing a new bit recently about how my sister shared her Hulu account with me.
Nice.
and I just used it to watch a ton of sex scenes. And I
Nice.
did it.
Oh, it did that thing where it's like, do you want to continue watching? And you click on it.
It's
and
just-
it's like right in the middle. It's just like some dude's ass right
You
there.
gotta change, Caroline. You gotta fast forward when you're done to
Yeah.
another scene. So if someone comes in, they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, they're watching the gunfight."
Actually, you can also just go into the history and like delete that,
That
one
too.
from the playlist.
That was the problem. I didn't realize my whole family could see my watch history.
No, that's like that is like our generation's like. Can I see your phone? Like, no.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, can you share your Hulu account? Like, absolutely fucking not. I don't need. It's like, damn, I don't want you to see like the cartoon. That's my opposite side where it's like, I don't want you to see how like immature the show. I'm watching Bobby's World and shit. Right?
That's
I'm like, oh,
amazing.
this is awesome. I love it. That's the only reason I have Disney Plus is just to watch like those old ass cartoons like Gargoyles and Goof Troop and shit.
Same with my Tubi thing is that I'm poor. I don't have.
He doesn't get anything. Yeah, he used to. No, I did notice like they've been cracking down on it because like
I know. I still haven't bothered you about sending the code.
my
but
HBO account like I had to like relog into that one too.
fuckers, dude. So the
go.
the
He's gonna
The-
calm down now.
all my Tubi stuff is like animated shit from the 90s, and
Yeah.
I am also like, if I have a girl over, I have to delete everything out of my continued watching because it looks like I had like a nephew on the
Right.
fucking Tubi.
That's all you can
no.
say. Just like, oh,
Yeah.
I watch this with I babysit.
Yeah. Oh, he watched all of Men in Black, the animated series, in one sitting. Yeah, he's autistic.
Well,
cool.
the Men in Black, the cartoon.
Yes, I watched all of it.
I watched
recently.
that. That's like from like when we were kids, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I remember it being kind of scary.
Yeah,
It's-
it's violent.
Isn't it like funny when like you watch like some scary shit as a
Yeah.
kid? Like, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh yeah.
That shit used to ruin my fucking life. Like,
Yeah.
damn, this is like legit scary. And now, like, as an adult, I'll watch it and I'm like, it's only kind of scary. Like, I piss my pants still, but not nearly like the volume
Right.
that I would piss before.
The Frightening Hour, I think, is the one, or the Nightmare Hour is the one R.L. Stein did. That it wasn't Goosebumps. It was like, I think it was their answer to Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. And Shia LaBeouf was in one that really fucked me up.
Damn.
He got turned into a doll at the end.
Oh, that
Oh,
sucks.
whoa.
Damn, I hate like those. Remember like the pinball one?
No.
In Are You Afraid of the Dark, there was like a pinball episode where a kid gets stuck in a pinball machine.
Oh God.
And he has to like fight like a knight and shit.
Oh.
It was pretty cool because like at one point he realizes like all of the enemies in the pinball game have a weakness to water.
Oh.
So he gets like a fucking squirt gun
Yeah.
and he starts shooting everyone. It's pretty cool.
Is it like at the end he gets to the end, he's like, I did it, and then it's like free ball, and he's like, no.
Yeah, it
Just
starts
start
over in the
again.
beginning and then he realized like it's literally like right back to where he
Yeah.
started.
I just remember the episode where the girl's librarian turns out to be an alien or some type of monster.
Oh yeah, there was
that
a
one really scared me.
There was like one where it's like these kids were staying at, or this daughter and her parents were staying at basically what was like a 90s Airbnb, like a little like bed and breakfast. And like there was like this young kid that was running it. And then they realized like he was stealing like the youth of like their parents.
Oh yeah.
And they were getting all old. And then like she like turned off the machine and he was like, fuck no. And then like at the end he was like an old ass man. He's like, oh, I'm old now. And the parents were young again. And I was like, fuck, that was intense, dude.
Yeah, we were
There's
learning
some-
about the wrath of age as
Yeah.
children.
It basically like the 90s made you terrified of becoming old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like the 90s, it was also like The Simpsons. Like they made a big deal about how Homer just dumped his dad in a retirement home, and he's like, "I hate my dad. You're staying in a retirement home," and you're like, "Fuck." And I had like family members that were in like retirement homes. My grandfather, like when I would talk to him, like after my grandmother passed, like he had to be in a home. Like he can't. It's just like your body eventually like falls. Like he was in his 90s.
Yeah.
You know, your body just can't like maintain it. It sucks to see it. But then like when I talked to him on the phone, he's just like, I'm in prison. It's like, you're not in prison. You have a TV. You're making friends. It's just like you don't have, you take it, you can't appreciate
Yeah.
like, you know, the true independence of being in your 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
When you're at your most, you're at your most free in your 20s and you're at your most financially stable in your 30s if you're lucky.
They also-
Not you, Selli. You've
No.
been fucking up a lot. You always sometimes like we'll go out to eat and he's like, I'll just have a glass of water. And I'm like, Selli, you can like, I'll buy for your lunch.
It's never
And then he
happened.
orders like,
Never
3
happened.
steaks.
What's up? Never happened. Never
like
happened.
an entire
Not even
pie.
once.
I don't
like,
know.
why don't you take this to go? And
I feel like I appreciate. I think I fully am aware of how much independence I have, and I am like overly protective and appreciative of it because of my childhood of really like controlling homeschooling parents.
Oh, yeah, you were homeschooled?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
From the first grade until high school, and so now
Prom must have been awkward.
I didn't have a date.
Ah,
I
bummer.
just went to hang out with my friends, and then I was like, "This sucks."
I kind of wish I hung out with my friends instead
Yeah.
of going
Yeah.
to prom with a woman who didn't actually love me.
Yeah, at least you didn't bring your date to prom and she hooked up with your best friend at prom.
Wait,
Damn,
what?
dude, that's like the bit. Yes.
Oh, that
it's
happened
like-
to you?
Yeah, Sully's
Oh my
date
God.
hooked up with me, and it was like fucking.
Okay, you no.
Even though I'm like fucking
No.
7 years older than you, I'm like that
You
guy.
showed up.
I'm like that post grad.
Hey,
that
fella, I'm sorry. Those them the bricks, kid.
Sorry, kid. I can buy booze.
Hey, man, it gets better. Believe me. Just like no, it was my real friend at the time.
Whoa,
Oh,
I
real
didn't
yeah.
friend.
know you at the. I didn't.
Damn,
even
well,
know
I'm not
you.
your friend. I'm your boss.
Yeah.
In many ways. So like, it's like there's a friendship, but there's also a power imbalance where I could fire him at any time.
But if you do anything sexual in front of me, I'll cancel you 10 years from now when I
Yeah.
realize it was wrong.
yeah, when you realize it was wrong and you can financially benefit
I'm like,
from
wait a minute. Joe showed me his penis. That's not cool.
I think those school dances, I remember them, and it's so gross how everybody used to dance.
Dude, it really is. If school dances were ditty parties with your clothes on.
it. Well, like you didn't. It was like your first time, like feeling like anything close to being a sexual being.
yeah.
But the dry humping is so
much-
aggressive.
Yeah, anytime Usher came on, it got way worse.
I once chaperoned like a fucking like middle school like
Ew.
dance party.
Sounds like
It was like crazy. They were like,
PTSD.
"Hey, it was like my friend. It was like my little sister's having like a middle school party, and like, do you want to chaperone for like $25?" And like $25 at the time was like, "Oh fuck yeah,
Plus, to look at children.
yeah!" It's like, damn,
dance.
all these kids are just like fucking like dry humping. I had like those like they had like Shasta soda, you know, where it's like,
sprayed it. I shook
I
it
just
and
like
hit him with
bullshit. It's like, damn, I'm not even having like a good soda right now. I'm drinking like inferior soda, watching inferior children dry hump. Dude.
What did you buy with the $25?
I think I invested it in Bitcoin.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm worth $250 billion now.
Yeah, I think about that sometimes. Like, yo, we really just. And then we went to school on Monday, and no one talked about it. No one was like,
it was Fight Club, baby.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
for one glorious like 3 hours.
Yeah.
We were truly adults. Did you ever go to like the clubs in like your 20s?
No,
I bet you would. You'd have,
I
I
like,
did
would have.
once.
I didn't drink a lot.
you had like
so I
a
don't
you had
care.
like a silk shirt and like you put on like some fucking like heavy bathing cologne, the kind that like kind of
gel in my
burns
hair for once?
Yeah, you put in like the LA looks
little
hair
Italian
gel.
horn on the chest. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You go all that like, what's up, beautiful? Can I buy you a drink? No,
They call
you
me-
fucking bitch. You fucking
Fuck you.
bitch. Fuck you.
I would never fuck you.
Who's this? Cause she's like goes to her boyfriend like, who's this fucking clown? I'll fucking kill you. You have any idea who I am? I'm Tom Spaghetti. There was like this in college. I went to this one place called City Nights,
Oh, God.
or as it was called, Shitty Nights. But it was like one of those 18 and over clubs that didn't
Yeah.
sell alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So you could just like dance, and I was like, "This fucking sucks,
Yeah,
man."
You realize you need booze to dance.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the grinding
absolutely.
from high school doesn't exist in the real world.
No, it's like
Yeah.
this weird thing.
You can't just go to a club and go up behind a girl and be like, "Hey!" She'll
how
like
is
turn
it-
around and be like, "Get the fuck away from me!"
Yeah, it's like you're like it's like dry humping was like a thing in high school, but you're not allowed to have sex with high school students, and like it's not a thing in 20s, and you can legally have sex with a 20-year-old.
Right. But
What's going on with that? What kind of weird backwards value? What's wrong with this, America? There's my wife.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Kelly.
Hi,
There she
Kelly.
is. That's why Finn was going so nuts. He heard his mom. There we go.
My
Now he's checking it out.
my boyfriend, when he dances, he has some sort of health condition, I think, that makes him sweat more than like
I think I have that.
Yeah,
right now
anyone.
I have that. Like
right now.
if I like,
It's
especially
happening.
like when I think a lot. Like it's like
Yes,
damn.
yes. I think it's the. Sometimes I'll catch him just sitting really still, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he
Yeah.
says, "I'm trying to not sweat."
I think about that. I'm like, damn, is something wrong with me? And it's like, aside from like losing 40 pounds, which I need to do, it's like, what can I? But I'm helpless otherwise.
What's your pepper intake like? That's how
Pepper?
That's what I realized I was sweating a lot.
I have to
is
take
'cause-
more pepper.
No, like
I can't.
I used to have red pepper flakes and pepper in my eggs, and once
Yeah.
I took those out, I stopped sweating.
I'm not
so
going to
much.
do that. I do
What?
take a.
I never heard that.
I do take a
Yeah.
cumin, like a supplement
Oh,
that's
yeah?
like good for like blood pressure and stuff, and that
Oh.
has pepper in it.
Well,
and if that,
yeah, that's
but like I
different.
need to.
That's different.
And like sweating is not bad. It's stigmatized in America. Why?
Right.
Why is like
Well-
everything like fucking shitting is stigmatized? Sweating, pissing,
Feet.
period blood.
Feet.
Everything
Again.
is like, what is up with this? Like all these like shit that like everyone or at least 50% of the population does,
Especially feet,
involuntarily. It's not like you choose to shit. You don't choose to piss. It's
You
something that
don't
happens
choose to stick someone's foot in your mouth every once in a while.
It's actually like I don't fucking fart in public. I hold it in. Like, but so you're going against nature.
Yeah.
the very
Yeah.
thing that you're supposed to do.
Everyone saying they wouldn't be at a Diddy party is a liar.
Well, I wouldn't say that, dude. now that I have a Nintendo Switch 2, I don't need to do anything
That is
social. I don't need to, I'm not doing nothing. Add me on Switch 2. My fucking friend code is down here. I'm not actually going to do it, dude. I don't need people inviting me to shit. I don't want to play Splatoon. I want to
Yeah.
play I love Switch 2.
Yeah, you're into it.
I think I'm going to buy like 3 more.
Ooh, give me one.
Do you want my old Switch?
Yeah, sure.
I might actually give you one cuz
I'll take it.
No, you won't.
I
Dude.
would.
I also have an
Sorry.
extra Xbox now.
Ooh.
You already have an Xbox though.
I need a better one. so
You
I
can play
Marvel
Xbox
Rivals.
too, but you got to
Okay.
promise to play Halo with us.
Oh yeah, I'm more of a PlayStation lady, but I'm
that's the thing. It's
What?
like, but I got PlayStation, I got Switch, I have Xbox.
hell yeah.
I got them all. That's like the only benefit of being like in my 40s and no children. It's like, all right, I can
No.
have a very spoiled dog in multiple game systems.
So visited my family in Florida this week.
that's
my
right.
cousin.
He was like taking all these shirtless pictures.
Oh nice.
He's taking all these
I had
shirtless
one
pictures.
maybe.
No, multiple ones.
One.
And you were like, oh, just putting on some fucking suntan lotion, fellas.
Fellas.
He was like at the beach, all these guys
Hell
like
yeah.
with 6 packs and thong
Hell yeah.
bathing suits, and he was like,
They
all you
were
can-
hairless.
Yeah,
but not
he was
me.
like all you can eat buffet, and then like a little winky face emoji, eggplant hot dog,
So
squirt squirt.
I was with my cousin. Who's married to a woman, and they have 4 kids all together.
Mm-hmm.
He has one
From
with
a previous
hers.
marriage?
Yes. I only hung out with 2 of them, and let me tell you, it's such a big reinforcement for me to not have kids.
It seems like a lot
Yeah.
of
Bro.
fucking pressure.
Bro, my little niece, she would overreact. She's in like the terrible 2s right now.
Oh damn.
I mean, overreact about everything. One day, she was just in the way. We were like, sweetie, get out of the way. You seen Planet of the Apes, the original?
Yeah, yeah.
She fell to the floor like the guy at the end and was like, ah, at the sky. I literally, dude, I was like, have you only shown her Sharon Stone movies like her
Yeah.
whole life? Because dude, everything she did, don't get me wrong, beautiful, cute, fun when she was, but when she didn't want to do something,
but it's like a lot of work.
bro, I understand why parents beat their kids. Like, I wouldn't do
I mean,
it.
now it's like
but-
people don't beat their kids as much.
I
I would
know.
beat my damn. That's like the only reason I want kids.
Yeah.
I have a bad, I have a bad day at work, dude. I just fucking beat a little
Gotta
fucking
take it
ass,
out.
dude. I'm gonna beat up like this little person that looks like me and relies on me for safety and protection.
It was
and
mo-
instead I
yeah.
fundamentally betray my relationship as a father to feel a little bit better, a little less insecure. Look at me, I'm a big tough man beating up my children, dude. Ooh, I'm a fucking. That is like that by definition, like small dick energy.
No, I'm very. You know this off pod, but I very
He has a
anti.
very big dick,
I'm
is what he
very
likes to say.
anti hitting kids because it does nothing. It's bad for them, and they become shitty people because of it. And also, you're an adult, so if you're
Yeah.
hitting a kid,
You're gonna
you've
give the
lost.
kid like
Yeah.
unresolved rage.
Well, it's also like you understand what's going on. They really don't. So to
Yeah.
hit them is just crazy. My point is, I understand why parents snap when you're
Yeah.
just because I'll be like, I can leave when that's my solace. I was like, this is not my child. I can literally leave this house
Yeah.
and I can go wherever I want.
This isn't
They're-
forever. You're on like a
They'll
timeline.
never get-
That's the best thing about being an adult, though. Like, I remembered in kindergarten, and I had to poop, like, really, really bad.
Classic. I would just fucking deuce it in my pants.
Yeah,
And like,
you
I hope
gotta,
nobody
dude.
knows I fucking shit myself. But everyone like knows.
Yeah, well, yeah,
And they're like,
it's-
damn, Joey shit himself. I'm like, fuck. I got to get out of the school. And thank Christ we fucking moved. Thank Christ. But yeah, I
Hey,
would
we've
just.
known that forever.
Yeah, dude. Like, if I fucking went to high school with the people I went to elementary school with, Never live it down. I fucking moved to middle school. That's the time.
I got one when she's done
Yeah.
about that. Sorry, what were you saying, Carolyn?
You were last time we met. You were
shitting.
Shitting in
shit
my
yourself.
pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, interesting.
Kindergarten.
Oh well, the teacher wouldn't let me go poop, and that was
That's
just a
wild.
very dangerous.
That's
age
like
to not have to
insane.
go or to not be allowed to just get up and go.
That is kind of strange as a child. You had to like always ask permission to go to the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Now I never have to ask. I just get up and go.
Yeah. Now it's like, yeah, isn't that like that's like the one true freedom you have is like
Yeah.
once you get out of school, you don't have to be like, can I go to the bathroom? Yo, teach, I got to shit. Yo, teach, how about a little bathroom break? Hey, teach, there was a little blood in my stool. Can I go to the nurse? I'm out of here.
Hey, teach, I pushed too hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, teach, I prolapsed my anus.
I can't.
It's a
So,
little too much.
Teach, I peed a
Interesting
little in my.
fact.
I peed a little after I pulled up. Is that normal or what?
What's the name of that little stool you have in the bathroom next to
Oh,
the
the
toilet?
squatty potty?
Oh yeah, my doctor told me I need to start using one of those.
It really opens up the asshole.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. Like sometimes I'll be like, I don't have to go to shit, and then I'll like get on that fucking squatty potty like a woman going into birth.
Yeah.
Like I'm in labor.
Because your pelvic floor
Yeah,
is
it's like,
moving.
and it like opens you up in ways you didn't understand. It was like buy it on Amazon Day. Fucking everything is like
July
on sale
8th,
on
tomorrow.
Amazon.
Through
It's
the 11th.
for now. Yeah, it's like I bought something
Say the 8th.
and huh?
Say the 8th or the 7th.
I think the 7th.
Then tomorrow,
It started yeah. But like I bought something on Amazon and then like the next day it was on sale for like $15 less. So it's like I bought it again, and now I'm gonna return like the original and get
Hell
that
yeah.
refund. But it's like they should just do price matching, but they don't. It should just be like, hey, I bought this and now it's on sale. Can you credit me the difference? And I'll be like, yeah. They should, but they won't.
When I was in 8th grade,
Uh-oh.
I was in the library and I
I'm
was
scared.
like, yeah, it was like last period, and I was new. It was my first year. It was also early in the year, and I genuinely don't know why, but I just like shit my pants.
Damn, that's fucking awesome.
Did you
hard.
fart and then it
Something
came out?
I think I just didn't think it. Yeah, it just
Sometimes
it
that's
just-
like the worst kind of shit in your pants is like when you're like, oh, I'm just going to have like a nice little fart. It's going to like it's going to relax me. I'll feel
Yeah.
like my pants will fit a little better. And lo and behold, you fucking unload into your trowel.
Yeah, it was a lot too. And then I hid in the downstairs bathroom because I was new and I was like, yo, no one can find out. While I was in there, numerous kids came in and like saw me and were like, hey man, what's up? And I was like, nothing, just not.
Just chilling, just hanging out in
Yeah.
the corner, man.
And then we didn't moved into my house yet, and my parents' work schedules weren't set. So then instead of getting on a bus or getting picked up, I had to wait in the guidance office for another like hour just for my parents in shit pants and like
Damn.
avoid
Did
teachers.
it go through your underwear?
It was
into the
all
pants?
yeah. It was all. It was so bad.
Oh
like,
God! It sounds
I
almost
was-
like you were sick.
Yeah, I was shut.
oh, he's
I-
sick, all right.
yeah, I think it was just because I was moving a lot and I didn't. I was not used to any of the bathrooms I was
And
in.
if it's
so,
like a new location, you're having
Exactly.
like a different diet and
yeah,
stuff.
so I shit and it was bad, and I didn't tell anyone until my dad picked me up, and
And
then
your dad was
that
like-
was
Was your dad
And
ashamed?
your dad was like,
or
hey, Selli,
understanding?
your asshole tastes a little different today. What's going on? And you're like, I'm sorry, Dad. I shit myself. And he's like, oh, they just call that one frosting the rim.
This reminds me when I was when I went to high school. I went to a Catholic high school.
Damn,
And,
you went from being homeschooled to a Catholic high school?
Yeah,
Truly
St.
out
Thomas
of the
Aquinas.
frying pan into
Yeah.
the fire.
So I was taking a test, and during the test, it's complete silence, and I had to fart. So I'm holding in the fart the entire exam, and the teacher is like this really like cranky, old, mean-looking lady, and she asked for the test, and it's when I kind of like reach up to hand it to her, it just shoots out
Nice.
in the middle of
Nice.
this silent exam, and it's really loud, and people start laughing. So then I told my father, who's picking me up from school, and I told him how I farted really loud. And by the way, I made eye contact with the old lady,
yeah.
and she went and took the test. And my dad goes, "Well, you articulated how you felt about that exam."
Nice.
It was a
sounds like
real
a pretty
bonding
cool
moment.
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I was at a mic. You know Mateo Pascal?
I think
Little
maybe.
weirdo comic, man. He was
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
He went to
I
the
know
creek
who
in the
that
cave.
is,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was at this mic on Saturday at Flophouse, and he had gone up and he did his act, And then he like got off stage and he like just ripped like a massive fart, and, like an audible one where like everyone heard. And I was sitting next to like another comic, and when he farted, she visibly reacted, and then went nice. And it was very funny. There's nothing funnier than like a fucking like audible fart when it's not you.
Yeah.
When you have the audible fart, time stops.
Yeah.
Your life ends. It's like,
You
oh
gotta
my
look for
fucking
someone
God.
to blame.
But Mamma Mia, when it's like an audible fart and you know who did it and it's not you. Oh, to be on the other side of the witch hunt. It's odd. That's why like mob mentality is cool. It's nice to be a part of a mob as long as you're not the one being hunted and excommunicated.
Who's that really squeaky old Italian comic who's like, hey, I'm Mario of the... You know what I'm talking about?
Mario Cantone.
Yes.
The
Dude.
gay guy?
Yeah.
From Sex and the City.
I think it is.
Yeah,
is
that's Mario Cantone is the gay guy.
I don't think
From
it is.
Sex and the City?
No, he's like a TikTok guy now.
Oh.
He does.
Oh, Mateo Lane.
No, fuck.
Damn, I am running out of like gay Italian men in comedy, dude.
I saw him. He
They got, what was it called? The glitter meatball.
Yeah.
Is what he.
It basically was a guy. I don't know. Fuck. He just I was at like it doesn't matter if you don't know who he is. I can't.
You're at a
make fun of him.
bathhouse getting
no,
jerked off by him.
I walked into a bakery yesterday and he was doing like his TikTok things behind the bakery. And the bakery staff, like, instead of serving me, were just letting him do his, like, hey, I'm getting you a pastry over here. I'm Mario. Hey, what do you want? And, dude, I almost, like, smashed the glass.
You should have.
But I can't remember the fucking... He sounds like that, if anyone knows that impression.
Well, I'm not gonna fucking promote him on the pod.
No, he's a bad guy.
We're an
him.
anti-TikTok, anti-social media podcast.
Oh,
Yes.
good.
I wanted to trash him and be like, I'll never go to that bakery again because you piece of shit.
Did you? You're not gonna just not go to a bakery.
Not
Selli.
that one. There's plenty of bakeries I know. This was a new bakery I never heard
They're
of.
never gonna make it. They're never gonna make it in this business if you're relying on TikTok.
Dude.
That's what my sister does. She'll go to like a restaurant and we're like, "How'd you find this restaurant?" She's like, "TikTok."
TikTok is giving people dementia. I'm calling it right now.
Is a
And
lot.
I think we're having like a social. We're having too much social media like pumped into us.
Yeah.
Like that was something like I was like I don't even like I hate Threads.
Yeah.
I hate Threads and I
Threads
hate
sucks.
Twitter. I feel like if there's any justification of the dead web theory or the dead internet theory, which is the idea that there aren't as many people on the internet as it appears, like a lot of comments that you see online, a lot of tweets, especially on Threads, I feel a lot of it is AI generated to push an agenda, where people are like, no, this is bad, or saying like this stuff's bad. Then you click on their profile and it's private,
Yeah.
and it has like a bunch of like I'm Israeli or
Yeah.
whatever, and it's like, oh, you don't believe it's a genocide? Okay, cool, and it's like all kinds of fucking crazy shit like that. But I think for the most part, like you stop somebody on the street and you're like, hey, how do you feel about this stuff? They'll give you like an honest answer. And then you go on the internet and that's where everything is like fucking insane.
Well,
Yeah.
everything too on like the TikTok, like the stuff your sister sees, it's like that's very. It's like they know every angle to make something look cool.
Yeah.
It's like this place just sells mozzarella, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they're like, but look at it, it's melt, they pop it and all
Yeah.
this. It's like it's meant to make you want to go there, but the experience you're seeing is nothing like the one you will have if you went
Yeah.
there, or if you found somewhere organically you liked with things you enjoy. Like if you just Google or whatever, look on a map if you want to get real ask around for things you enjoy. Like, is there a bookstore around here I like? And then you go
I like
find
it. I like the idea of just like getting on the bus and just walking around and finding something.
I do
Like,
too.
oh, look at that.
I did that
Like it's
in-
like nobody
yeah.
does that.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out with like this. I'm not going to name names this time because it's like kind of makes them look like a faggot. But I went and we were like just walking around a restaurant. And we're like, oh, let's go here. This looks fun. He's like, well, let me pull up what the reviews are on Yelp first.
Oh, God.
And it's like, dude,
That
come
sucks.
on. Like, you're going to
Yeah.
like take the fun out of it.
Yeah.
He's like, let's go here instead. And, a lot of times, like, his taste in restaurants is pretty good. Like, if I want to go to if I want to take Kelly to a fancy restaurant, I'll get his insight on it. But, like, man, sometimes it's like just be a little, like, impromptu.
Yeah.
Think outside the bubble.
I just think like I'm pretty active on Instagram just because like I want to get booked and stuff, but like
yeah.
I honestly think TikTok especially is dangerous, and it's doing something to people's brains because the information is like so like fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's designed to like keep catching your attention.
And I'm scared how accurate the algorithm for that is, too.
Yeah.
Like, you watch just a handful of things, and it's like it took me so long to retrain the algorithm on my Instagram to be stuff I want to see. So I get like more dog posts and video game and like AI generated images of naked cartoons. Like that's the stuff like I want to see. Like I don't want to see like celebrity bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't want to see comedians more successful than me that have made the right life decisions and are now reaping the benefits of it with success. Like I don't need to see that. Show me a dead guy.
Your time will just disappear if you watch those videos. And
Absolutely.
like I have friends that send me all these videos, and it's like, but you've got a limited amount of hours in your day. I keep lifting my armpit, and I feel like I'm revealing.
That's okay. I'll get it in post. I'll blur it.
Just like
I'll blur it like a
zoom
Japanese
in.
porn.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll digitize your voice so that way your identity is protected on this.
Oh, thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
and they're
it.
like, okay, we don't know who shit herself at Catholic school now. It could be anyone.
Okay, awesome.
Of
Okay.
course. Yeah,
This is
it's
a
basically
safe
like-
podcast.
This is probably like the safest pod in New York.
Okay.
Like there's a lot of unsafe podcasts and there's a lot of really unsafe podcast studios. But this ain't it. This is the best podcast studio.
This is above ground.
This is like literally like, it's like damn, you're chilling at your aunt and uncle's apartment in Brooklyn.
Dog, cat.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like as long as you're not like allergic to animals.
That is
That's
true.
the one thing is like we have to like always ask people. But since you work with animals, I knew you would be fine. You know? It's like okay, cool.
How many animals have you murdered?
I've assisted murdering a couple actually for the wildlife rehabilitation.
So euthanasia is still legal for animals, but are humans not animals?
They are animals, and we should have euthanasias for
Definitely.
Selly's
Yeah.
definitely an animal.
Yeah, well, I think especially we should start doing it to comics. Like if you keep
God.
bombing.
If you have a bad set,
yeah.
like we have
like Alex. If we introduce it, we just approach Alex Davenport and go, buddy. This is a long time coming, and just lead him in
my
back.
I
of
mean,
the
that's how it
shed.
used to be, like in the medieval times,
It's
right?
like Zoe Levy, dude. Just like
man,
you know.
you really hate her.
Not a fan.
You really hate her.
I
She's
ignore
nice,
her.
dude.
No, she's not. No, she's not. Don't even say she's nice.
I've never
She's
had
not
a
funny
bad interaction.
or a nice person. But it's
I've never
sorry,
like I'm
sorry, Carolyn. Just
I'm
throw
fine.
you in the.
I'm trying to think if I
No,
know
it's-
this
you don't-
person.
no,
I
no.
don't know.
It-
I'm so bad with names. It's a blessing.
I'm
in
bad with
disguise.
names and faces. I'm okay
Yeah.
I'm better with faces, but not always. Because sometimes people are like, "Hey, Joe," I'm like, I have no idea who this person is, so I have to
Yeah.
go like. Kelly will attest to this. Like sometimes we'll be like walking, and some guy will be like, "Hey, what's up, Joe?" I'm like, "What's up, man? How you doing?" And it's like, God, I don't know who this fucking person is. They're like, "Are you doing this? Are you doing that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think I am." And it's like, I don't think I'm actually going to be doing that.
The one time I was on a blunt ride, me and my cousin, who I visited this
Ooh.
weekend, and there's a cat on the side of the road, just sitting in the road though, like on the side of the road. We're like, that's weird. There's a cat in the road. We pull up to it and get out, and its eyes hanging out of it.
Oh, my
It got
God.
hit.
Oh, damn.
So we picked it up and we brought it to our vet around.
Yeah.
And a girl I knew from high school was working there, and we handed her the cat, but we like reek like weed, like we just reek.
Yeah.
And she's like, "So you guys were smoking weed and you hit the cat?" And I was like, "No, we." And
We were
I
smoking weed and we found the cat.
it, and dude, she literally did one of these like, okay, like, and we were like,
Damn.
we didn't hit the cat, and she was like, "Sure, you didn't." Hit
What a
we were like,
bitch.
"Bitch," like you know. What I
I'm
mean?
getting angry just listening
Yeah, I was
to
like,
this story.
like we were like, I was looking at her like, "Yo, I didn't hit this cat," and then she was like, "All right, well, do you want to pay for the damages, or we have to kill it?" And I was like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah." I was
How
like,
much
well,
were the- how much were the
would it have been?
damage?
And they're like, "We have no idea." I was like, "Yeah, kill the cat." I get like, what am
Damn,
I
dude.
supposed to do? I like the fuck.
What vet was this?
This was Piper Olson in Middletown, Connecticut.
Okay. I'm starting to learn some of the goss around the vets in New York
Are
City.
you going to report them for being like bad, for not fulfilling the veterinary Hippocratic oath?
To be honest, I'm probably too lazy to do that, but if it
Yeah.
affects me, then hell yeah.
Nice.
They
That's
were-
realistic.
The
Yeah.
language was a little better, but not much better. She was very much like, "We're gonna kill this cat," and I was like,
We're going to have
my
to
fucking
terminate this cat.
It was horrible
Yeah.
though. I was like, it's not my. I didn't do this.
Yeah.
I just was
Yeah.
trying to help, and now you're killing it. And it's like it would have gotten eaten or rotted by itself.
Oh,
but
no.
Yeah, that's why that I could never be a vet. I used to work in a kennel.
I could be a human doctor because I don't value human life.
It would be. Yeah, you'd be the like Black Widow nurse, but you're a man.
I just imagine you being like, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's retarded.
Yeah, I see the problem here. Your kid's fucking dumb, dude.
Why didn't you wear a helmet, retard?
Let me just give you a quick lobotomy free of cost. I threw in the lobotomy for free. I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah, dude, you with
The old school fucking lobotomy. I'm like Hannibal. I got like the head just like open in the brain, and I'm just like poking the brain, and like he's saying different stuff. I fucking hit like one nerve, and he like speaks French fluently. You know.
I watched this like clip, this news article about this woman getting brain surgery. So she plays the violin to preserve her like ability to play violin during the surgery, but she sucked at playing the violin. So I was like, why do you even care?
There was like one where like this woman got like surgery, and then like when she came out, she had like a Chinese accent. It was it was an awesome video.
Huh.
That was a fucking great video.
Did you ever
roll that clip?
Sarah has been diagnosed with foreign accent syndrome. The condition has only 150 known cases worldwide.
Although it's called foreign accent syndrome, it's literally a speech impediment. There's nothing foreign about it. Obviously I don't have a Chinese accent. I've never been to China. You'd have to spend a considerable amount of time in China to pick up the accent.
Did you ever watch Nip Tuck?
No.
I watched it like the first season. The kid looked like Michael Jackson in that show. Yeah.
The kid, Nip Tuck's a crazy show, but the kid's arc in that show is one of the craziest arcs of any character of any show.
I know there was like some crazy, because like I know like the first season he wanted to be circumcised.
So he accidentally clips his own penis.
I mean, how hard could that be? You get like a cigar cutter.
Yeah, he nicks it with scissors. So
he
that's
nicks,
number
and then
one.
he has to tuck his penis between his legs.
Well,
and that's where the title of the show comes from.
He gets it fixed, and then the girl who he got it fixed for is like, "Nah, I don't want to do this." So he goes to therapy. His therapist bangs him. Turns out his therapist used to be a man.
Yikes.
Yeah, so he's like, and then he goes through like a thing.
Well, wait, is it like, was the therapist a trans woman?
No, it was Jean Grey.
Yeah. Isn't that funny? Like our examples of like, look at these like seductive trans women, and it's like
So hot.
genuine, beautiful, just like organic women.
And the other guy finds out she's trans because he gets it there about to hook up, and he goes in and is like,
why is your clit so big
what
and
the
bulging
fuck?
like
This
a
isn't
man's
a regular
penis?
pussy. Like, for real. It's bad for the time. And then the son, there's so many things. He ends up eventually going to prison. He ends up being friends with a trans woman. Then they hook up and he beats her up. Then her friends.
Wait, the kid, the main character?
Then her friends beat him up and they all pee on him with
Jesus.
their trans penises.
Yikes.
I'm not making this up.
That's even more humiliating than getting peed on by like a straight guy's penis.
Yeah, he bangs his sister without realizing it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this girl comes to the surgery thing and meets him in the lobby, and they're having such a good time. They go have sex, and then he's like, "This has been a great day." And she's like, "Mine too. I've met you, and I was on my way to meet my dad." And he's like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "My dad's the surgeon at this place." And he's like,
Oh, sounds like a good show.
"Yo, it's a page turner if it was a novel."
And the guy Julian Michaels, he just
died. Yep,
Yeah.
Dr.
I didn't know
Doom.
he had cancer.
No idea.
I didn't even know he was sick.
He got a lot of great ass on that show. I'll tell you that.
It was also Dr. Doom.
Yep.
Oh, wasn't he the slutty one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they both were pretty slutty, but the other guy when he got slutty, you're like, you deserve that, dude. Because
The one that was married, that had the wife he's having problems with?
Because the wife banged the other guy, and they would
Yeah.
always bang. And when he got one in, you were hyped. Like, he banged the babysitter in one,
Damn.
and Wonderwall was playing.
How many seasons did
There's
you watch?
like all of it. I watched it all, dude. It's enthralling. It's amazing. It was like before TV got really good, so there's all these plot holes and everything. There's a serial killer who has no penis. It's
Damn.
amazing. And
Why doesn't he have a penis?
He tried to circumcise himself.
but he raped
Even though
he raped the guy who's dead now by putting on a strap on and having sex with him.
Damn. Was it
That's-
consensual?
No,
No.
rape.
Oh.
I'm not making any of this up, by the way.
No, it
This is
sounds
all
like
in
an
the show.
award-winning series.
It was.
I know.
I think it was.
I bet that time they thought it was like fucking brilliant, groundbreaking work, and
They
now,
did.
and now I bet there's a
Yeah.
think piece like we need to talk about Nip Tuck.
Dude, it's crazy. He gets there's a trans chick who does a surgery and then wants to come get it again, and then they want it a third time, and I think he denies it because he's like, "You're insane." Like it's wild.
You can't
dude.
go. You can't retrans yourself anymore.
Yeah.
I heard the kid that looks like Michael Jackson also died in real life.
Really?
Yeah.
He was a little nutty.
I bet it was like the trauma of filming such a weird ass show.
Yeah. He also looked like an actor. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
looked like someone who was like really into acting.
Yeah.
Theater. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, you went down a dark path, my friend.
That's what
I remember
happens.
he like accidentally like hit somebody with a car who ended up in like a body cast.
Oh, that's
in
not
the
good.
not in real life, in the show.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And he's like crying because he doesn't want anyone to know that he like kind of killed this person.
Yeah.
And then he's seeing the body cast going, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, the show is so fucking nuts.
That sounds fucking weird.
It was, dude. It was a
It's really
wild
weird.
ride.
That's
And
an understatement.
He got banged. Oh, and then so the other guy, when he bangs the babysitter's like, "I'm gonna tell your wife," and she's screaming at him. And then like the Final Destination bus comes by and just whacks her, and he's like almost like, "Oh, whoops," and just goes about his life.
Nice,
Like
dude.
doesn't even like, it's like oh.
Definition of a cool guy, not
Yeah.
caring if a woman dies.
It really made me
happy.
it
and
made me
aroused.
be like, I'm gonna be like both of these guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's a bad movie that's like so bad it's hilarious that you love?
Fuck. I know the answer to this, and it's just lost. God damn it.
American History X.
That's really good. The basketball scene alone.
The basketball scene alone is like the ultimate racist white guy fucking fantasy of like,
It
yeah, if
is.
these,
Thank
I'd love to be
you.
on the court with these black guys and show them a thing or two. And it's like, and the black guy's like, damn, this fucking white man and his hatred for our race is fueling his fucking basketball. It's the scene where like Edward Norton does like the fucking slam
Backwards
dunk
dunk.
backwards,
Yeah.
and it's like all in slow motion. His legs are going
And
up.
all like Fruza Bog's like, get him, baby, yeah. By the way, why is she so much hotter in that movie than any other movie?
Oh, you know why? It's the forbidden aspect of being.
She's so hot.
Oh, didn't you like her more in
Craft?
Little? What?
Oh, The
no,
Craft, classic.
Nope.
The Water
I
Boy.
don't care about her in that at all.
You want me to kill the fucking teachers for you?
I liked The Phenomenon with John Travolta. Have you heard of this?
Oh yeah, that's like where he gets like mystical powers.
Yes,
and shit.
it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Mystical powers, but it's also killing him.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
tight. Yeah, he like knew a bunch of shit.
And there's a scene where he gets his hair cut by the girl he has a crush on, and it's just a scene for people's moms to flip their bean to. Like, and I totally fell for it. I was in love with him. I loved his butt chin. I loved everything.
You convert to Scientology?
Yeah, yeah.
I
and-
would. I definitely convert. Of all the religions out there, at least like that's the one that gives you shit.
At one point when he was bald, it was like he was trying so hard to not be gay. It looked like he was just turning into a giant penis.
I'm glad he embraced being bald because it was like such like a
Well, he has hair
well-known
now.
thing. Well, he got like hair plugs, or
Yeah.
maybe he's wearing a wig.
Yeah, I'm blanking on it. The Room is the classic.
That's the
Yeah.
one. You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Yeah, that seed is great.
What about Meet Joe Black? Have you guys seen that one?
Yeah, where death becomes a fucking human.
I
and-
couldn't get through it,
Yeah.
honestly. That
Oh,
one-
it's so. Well, apparently the director who made that movie was obsessed
Oh,
with making
fuck,
a
hold on.
3-hour long film.
I just had it too. It was one of the fuck. It was one of those movies you're like, oh, this ruled when you watched it, but then, oh, it's not even bad. It's just the Dawn of the Dead remake. I actually really like it.
The
but
one
it's
with Zack Snyder.
Yeah, it's one of those when you first watch it as a kid, you're like, whoa, this is like intense.
Wait,
And
the
then-
one where they're at the mall?
mall, yeah.
Oh, I love that one.
It's
yeah.
great, but then you rewatch it and you're like, oh, this is like, it's so surface level bullshit. Where
Yeah.
he's like, what was your best job, worst job? And he's like, being a husband. I was, I tried it 3 times. I was really bad at that. And then she's like, what was your best job? Being a dad. And you're like, this sucks. Fuck you. You're like, a 12-year-old who hears that and goes, damn, what good writing. But you're an adult and
he's
you're
a
like,
good guy.
yeah, you're an adult. You're like, what the fuck is this?
That's funny, dude. Like that's like classic like Zack Snyderisms where it's like really bad writing, like an interesting concept,
Right.
and like good visuals, but like awful fucking dialogue.
The actor from Air Bud was in it, grown up.
Yeah. The guy
Yeah.
from
He's a
House of
cutie.
Cards is in that. The
Kevin
like,
Spacey.
No, the guy, the fixer. Yeah, he's like
the gay guy from House of Cards, Kevin Spacey.
Ving Rhames. Yeah, movie. Yeah, it's fun. Or is my favorite Phil from Modern Family is in that, and he's He's the bad, like the scumbag.
Oh,
Like the wholesome dad from Modern
Right.
Family who's like, kids, I just want to be your dad. Is like, let's go down the marina and we'll fucking leave everyone behind because fuck them. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah.
I just remember the part where the pregnant lady gives birth
Oh,
to the
great.
zombie.
Mekhi Phifer's like, don't worry, baby, I got you. I got you. This is gonna be our son. It's gonna be my.
Why did she have a birth? Like, was she fucked by a zombie?
She got scratched by a zombie, and she gives. You didn't see this movie?
No, dude.
Oh.
It's too scary.
Yeah, and then another
You don't
good
like
scene.
scary movies?
She's
No,
like,
it's too
the
scary.
woman's like, I
I'm
want to
scared.
give Russian name, and Mekhi Phifer goes, none of that. We gonna give him an African name, and you're
Nice.
like, oh come on.
Damn, dude.
Come on, can't we? It's gonna be a white baby, hopefully. Come on, keep it normal. I'm kidding. don't do this now. Yeah, Mekhi Phifer shoots an old lady who shoots the zombie wife.
That's cool.
It's good. It has a lot of good scenes.
I'll check it out, dude.
You've
I'll
never
see
seen
that
that,
one.
really?
No, dude, it's too scary. What's gonna
The
happen?
opening's like one of the best openings to a horror movie ever.
What happened? Was a guy like fucking a woman and then she dies and becomes a zombie?
No, but the
That would happen in a lot of movies. I
that
feel
has
like.
happened. I'm sure though. The woman, they're like, it's like suburbia,
Oh,
and
nice.
they wake up and their neighbor, the neighbor kid is in their house. She
Yeah.
has like half a face, and they're like, "What's wrong?" And she bites the main character's husband.
And she
the
jumps
husband,
in the hallway.
Yeah.
like,
And the husband tries to
Scary.
eat her, and then she's driving through suburbia, and just people are getting eaten. It's
yeah,
awesome.
it is really scary, but
Especially
it's
when
the
you
best
first
part.
saw
yeah.
it, I was like,
Holy shit.
I'll never survive a zombie
I would
apocalypse.
survive.
I
in a
think I
fucking
would
heartbeat.
survive. I did pretty, like,
If
really
they ran,
well
though,
during
like
the
that,
pandemic.
you
Oh, yeah,
don't-
you'd be fine. I'd be
I got the
fucked.
Moderna vaccine. Of course, I could survive a fucking zombie apocalypse.
I always had a problem with walking zombies. I was always like, I could deal with this. Running, when they're like busting through things and they don't stop, it's like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, they're insanely athletic.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When they're
Yeah.
athletic too, it's like,
Yeah.
well, how? How are they all athletic?
Yeah.
Well, it's just like I think it's just like
as
for
they're
them,
vomiting blood.
Yeah.
It's like the adrenaline. Like their body is just like nothing
well,
but
it's
adrenaline.
fake. Yeah, too. It's silly.
It's still scary.
I know.
Yeah.
I saw 28 weeks later too.
I need to see 20. You mean 28 years later?
Even years later.
Because
And
The new one?
Jurassic Park,
28
yeah.
weeks later. is,
All I can think about when I see the commercials is that creepy story about the actor that got groomed by that old lady.
Oh, Aaron Taylor.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
fine. He's doing great though.
Yeah,
He
they're
was
still
almost
together.
he was almost like in the running to be James Bond.
Yeah,
too.
Bullet Train.
Yeah.
He did great in Bullet Train.
He was great in that. I guess like that's like the benefit of grooming.
Yeah.
We are a pro grooming podcast.
I
Yeah,
think
especially for women doing it to guys.
Women doing it to guys like Drake investing in like Millie Bobby Brown, knowing that she was going to be
The
hot.
Impractical Jokers.
How fucking pissed was Drake that he spent all this time grooming Millie Bobby Brown just for John Bon Jovi's nepo baby son to swoop in and steal what was rightfully Drake's, dude?
It's a great album coming, dude.
Oh, I hope so. He's
It's
going to
called
call it.
Millie.
He's going to call it.
I made a Millie. My first Millie.
I made a Millie. My first Millie. That's it. Okay, there's the title.
That's the title of this pod.
There we go. Our first Millie.
Our first Millie.
Damn. All right, relax, dude.
Dude.
Come on, that was she was the victim.
Yeah, she's making great movies.
No, she's not.
I
That's
know.
The problem. That's the problem. All of her movies fucking like they're all
Yeah, they
Netflix
do
movies,
suck.
and they
Yeah.
all. She hasn't like done like a mainstream fucking movie. It's all she must have signed like some long-term contract where she can't compete with like other studios.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
has to be Netflix. I think like I bet that Finn Wolfhard guy. He didn't because he was in the
No.
Ghostbusters,
A
but
lot. He's the only child actor now.
yeah, because like that one with like the fucked up teeth and shit. He's
Yeah.
like by far the most talented,
Yeah,
but
everyone
because
likes
he's not
him.
conventionally attractive, they're like, you're never gonna make it, kid.
I hate Finn Wolf. He's a weirdo. He's gonna be a weirdo too.
He's
Watch.
gonna be like one of those weirdos who's like, oh, I did like this artistic film where I show my penis.
Yeah.
Wait,
then-
the
and-
kid
yeah.
from what's it called?
Even Stevens, Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, wait, no. I thought you guys were talking about the kid, not the kid with the fucked up teeth, but the other one that was in. God damn it! What's that show on Netflix that's so famous right now? With the magical girl 11.
No,
Stranger Things?
No, this
Yeah,
is
Stranger-
We're talking about
Yeah, that's who we're talking
Yes.
about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the
The
main
kid who's always like.
Yeah, the
he
main
makes that
kid.
face,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, who like who's in a full grown adult now.
He's
And
gonna.
they're-
Well, they're all fucking in their
Yeah.
20s now, And so now it's going to be like every other fucking Netflix thing where there are these people in their 20s and they're like, we're in high school. What's
Yeah.
going to happen when we go to college? And it's like, you're fucking graduated, dude. Like, even like the little kid is like a high school graduate now.
Yeah.
Like, they take too long between the seasons.
I also feel a little uncomfortable with how much I was shipping the love story between the children watching that. Like, yeah, I want these 11-year-olds to get together.
That was
They
like when
better
I
make
turned.
out.
I only watched like the first season, and then like I watched the second season when they had Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah, he gets
show
eaten.
up.
Oh,
And
I
then, like,
liked
once
him
he
in
was
it, yeah.
eaten, it's like absolutely fucking not, dude. Come on,
Yeah.
he carried the ring when no one else could.
I'll
That's
give.
when I'll rewatch is Lord of the Rings. I love that.
Yeah,
shit.
you got it, dude.
That shit
Every
fucking
few years.
rules, dude.
Yeah.
That's like a good holiday type movie. Like when you're home for Thanksgiving or Christmas, you turn on like the Lord of the Rings extended trilogy, a nice 15-hour fucking flick just to watch and enjoy.
No football in this household.
No football, dude. In this house, we fucking ship Aragorn as Strider. That movie fucking rule. That was an awesome introduction of Aragorn too. Just chilling in a fucking pub,
Yeah.
smoking a pipe.
That's the way
dude.
I want to be, dude.
You
Yeah.
know Tolkien was fucking puffing. He was fucking
Yeah.
smoking
Well,
mad
What's
weed.
his name? Especially in the Hobbit movies, they really express that Gandalf is putting like a little more in that pipe.
Yeah, it's weird. And that's what like that's what Merry and Pippin were always smoking. That's why they were eating all the
Yeah.
elven
Yeah.
bread.
What were those? They're not called Dementors, but they look like Dementors. What were they called in the
The
Tolkien?
Ringwraiths?
Ring rates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the part when like they try stabbing the bed because you think they're stabbing
Right.
Frodo
Oh,
and
yeah.
Sam, and then it turns out that the beds are empty, and they go like they're squeak. They're like such whiny bitches.
Yeah.
I like it when the Witch King is like, "No man could kill me," and then this trans woman is like, "I am no man,
Yeah.
not anymore.
Yeah, that
I
part
don't
was awesome.
identify as a man." I was like, "Fucking like Tolkien knew back then that like all it takes is like a $50,000 surgery to be who you truly are and to defeat the Witch King."
Yeah, and then Aragorn still won't love you.
Yeah, and it also shows how fucking dumb Jeff Bezos is. He's a fucking billionaire, but can't make a good Lord of the Rings series.
Yeah.
He loves Lord of the Rings, but he clearly doesn't.
Yeah.
Because look at him, dude. He's hoarding wealth like Smog. He's literally like that's like literally like what Smog was doing. Everyone was like, "Fuck this fucking dragon, dude. He's hoarding all the wealth."
Yeah.
And he could be distributed. He could have been like the real life fucking king of man, Aragorn, and like been fucking chill as fuck, but he's not.
Did you see what
Sending
he,
Katy Perry into space? Get out! It cost her marriage, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty funny when that happened.
What,
That was
she-
fucking
she's
hilarious.
getting divorced because of that?
No, they're getting
okay.
divorced for other reasons.
Did you see
They're getting
what
divorced.
he did to find like the old NASA things
What?
in the ocean?
NASA, please.
But Jeff Bezos was like, yeah, there were these old NASA things that crashed in the ocean, and they knew the coordinates. So he traced the coordinates, but then he was like, oh, that was just the easy part. We had to go, in the ocean, and I hired a team of people to find all these pieces, and now they're in like his living room or something. But it's like that. It was probably millions of dollars to
What
do
was
that.
it for? Just to like,
Him,
have a decoration?
but and that's what I mean. It's like, bro, if that's your thing, I get it. But if that's your hobby, you should also just be like, hey, maybe if you have that much money to just get rid of, maybe like hook
yeah.
some people up with power and
yeah.
food.
Wouldn't it be
and-
funny if like your hobby was like to like just like make sure that like no child going to school
Yeah, like
could have a lunch?
How is that not a thing? I don't know. Maybe that I don't know.
My hobby is like giving everyone like he's like, hey, here are some like donate your laptops to Amazon and get like $100 gift card for Amazon purchases, and then have his company refurbish those laptops and give them to schools. And then like, oh look, now every kid at the school has a laptop to help them with shit.
Or just like go to your hometown and be like, what do you guys need? Done. You know what I mean?
He'll
Like,
never do that, dude. He's a little fucking coward. Jeff Bezos, show
wherever
that you're
you
not
like to live. Sorry.
Show you're not a pussy and give us money.
Yeah.
And end the fucking deficit and make sure kids have lunch money.
But he has an eternal flow, like a lot of them do. They have an eternal flow of money coming in; it'll never run out. So
Well,
it's
that's
like,
because he has
you know,
mommy and daddy fucking bail him out. And
Every time I look at his girlfriend, I feel so much fear because I definitely plan on getting Botox or fillers soon. And I don't want to look like that.
you got to be careful with that.
yeah.
You don't
dude.
need to do.
You got to
It's
do
like
the
it-
men mentality.
You want to
and
fight
just say-
aging, but not blow
Yeah.
up. Like her face literally is like. I feel mean.
I
but
think
she
like the
sucks.
best thing to do is just drink a lot of water.
Yeah, that's what I'd be doing. Bro.
That's like the way to do it. That's
Exercise,
like the best way.
water. No kids. Don't drink a lot.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
Drink
get
a lot
like
of
get a
alcohol.
facial like
I've
every
got
couple
water
months.
in my bag. I need to drink
Do you
it.
drink a lot, Claire?
Yeah, it's Caroline.
Caroline, Jeez, I'm sorry. Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Nah, I
Just
don't.
to date Claire Alexander.
No, I
Recently.
didn't. I did.
I think I might have been creepy towards her because I was like, "Oh, you read a ton of books and you're so beautiful," and I wrote that on her Instagram.
How long ago was that?
I was about to say one of them. Never mind. I like Claire so much. Damn it.
You still carry a little torch.
Yeah, I still.
It was pretty recently, actually. I feel like I just get like a little too like what's the word I'm looking for? Excited to be around other female comics, so sometimes I scare them away.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to be around too many of them, dude.
You got to limit You don't want to be around comics in general, honestly.
Yeah.
They're not good people.
Yeah.
That's why I got out of the game.
Oh yeah, you're done with comedy.
I quit comedy,
don't believe
dude.
You. You're such
I
a
officially
liar.
quit yesterday.
You're stupid.
Oh, I've quit comedy so many times.
It's over for real, though.
Yeah. I've definitely taken my foot off the gas.
It's
the way
over, dude.
I
I'm
enjoy
just a
doing
regular civilian, dude.
I enjoy doing it. I just a lot of a lot of no's can be a deterrent.
Disheartening, dude.
Yeah, especially from people who are really bad at comedy.
Yeah, awful. One would
Yeah.
say dangerous, unsafe.
Yeah, sometimes when I meet another comic, I feel like I either immediately like them or I'm like, I am not safe.
Yeah. Well, that's like those are like the two ends of the spectrum. So thank you for doing the pod.
Yeah.
But I have a dog and a cat, so it's like how name one fucking evil person that has a dog and a cat. And come on.
And I don't know if Hitler had cats, but he had dogs.
He had
no,
dogs,
he didn't. He
and
had
he
like
loved
German
those
shepherds.
dogs.
He had those Jew hunting fucking evil fucking dogs.
This is why I say dogs, like that idea that like, oh, an animal can tell if you have a kind heart or not. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, they don't. Those dogs loved Hitler.
The dogs will like anyone that feeds them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's how like they say like if you're trying to get past guard dogs, you got to like go there like a week in advance and like feed them every day. And then that way when you come by like at night to break in, like they'll run up and just like eat food and like not attack you. Like it's easy to retrain them because like all you need to do is give them a little bit of food. Like when I first moved in here, Finn hated me. You know, like every time I'd like come to bed, he would start barking and growling. He was like, "Who is this guy?" Now he like sleeps on my belly.
Aw.
Yeah, you know, it just like takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
You know, but he gets it.
Yeah, if you give him slices of chicken and cheese, any
Yeah.
animal will be your friend.
Pretty much, like he loves like food he's not supposed to eat. Like he'll like just sit there and just like beg and like shoot like, "Give me food," you know. It's like, no, dude, come on.
Fun fact: cats have more alpha receptors in their brain.
Definitely,
They're the alpha
why-
species.
That's why they always come to me, dude. They
Yeah.
recognize. They go true alpha right here.
Dogs, they have more dopamine receptors.
That makes sense too.
Yep.
That's right. And they come to me too because I got heroin.
There you go,
the
dude.
dogs, Giving a dog heroin would be, I mean,
My
cool
cat
dog.
is sick right now, by the way, but he's
I
gonna
know.
be
Aw.
okay. He has hyperthyroidism, so he has
Is he like super thin or super thick?
I know a few chicks who lied about having that.
he's
Oh,
he's,
stop talking about Claire for like 5 minutes, dude. Like seriously. Like this isn't the I Love Claire Alexander podcast. This is Super Selli Joe's. He like every pod we do, he sends like a little subliminal message.
oh
He's
wow.
like, I don't know, maybe I'm just gonna go have dinner. Maybe
Yeah, he told
maybe
me
a
to.
certain C. Alexander will join me.
He
and-
told me to
Yeah.
say that about how I told her that
Yeah.
I admire her
Before I
so
was like,
much.
hey, just say this at some point. It'll
He
all
got
make sense.
He gets
then.
like fucking mad when like he sees that she's in a relationship. Like punch the wall mad.
It's okay. I understand.
He just wants
It
to. They just want
happens.
to be together. They should
Yeah.
be together.
Yeah.
we belong together.
They do.
Yeah. You gotta, train in between her relationships so you can be the best version of yourself for her. Get those.
Yeah, dude.
Get those like.
Don't be so
six-pack
down
abs.
on yourself, man. Like, come on, dude. We're all pulling for
He
you.
has to
Sally.
drink water
I think I
because
have
we're
to-
making
I
him
think I have to-
nervous.
I think I have to get tits and a pussy to date Claire again.
Nah, she's
but
bi, dude.
I'm not. This is a bit. I'm not doing.
Come on, dude. It's all right. You can date her. It's all right.
We'll see.
He doesn't want to commit to the bit.
He doesn't want to. It's like Selly just like, I know, like, because he asked me, it's like, do you think you and Kelly would want to double date sometime? And I'm like, I don't know, Selly. What do you think? He's like, I'm thinking about asking Claire out. And I'm like, just fucking ask her out. And then like so he goes up to her at a show and he's like talking, but like he just chickens out. He doesn't ask her out. He's like, "Oh, hey Claire, good set." And then he like turns and walks away. And he's like, "Stupid, stupid, stupid, coward! Why?"
Doing one of those.
Every time I've ever had any hookup or like experience with any comic, it was so embarrassing. I remember I posted on Facebook once, jokingly, but it was totally the truth, saying, "Oh, I have a crush on every single one of you out there. I'm just so desperate for attention and lonely." And then the comic I had a crush on was like, "Why did you post that?"
Damn. It had the inverse effect. He's like, "I thought we had something special."
Yeah. Yeah.
Oddly enough, my other podcast, I have subliminally hooked up with a woman through that, which
What,
is weird.
Alexandra Ramirez?
No.
You had her on the podcast and you hooked up with her.
Have you told Claire how you feel about her?
No.
No.
Who else did you hook up with on the pod?
It was the one, the Italian, San Gennaro Fest.
Oh
That one.
shit!
Don't.
That one from
That one.
Connecticut.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. Like we went to the San Gennaro Fest, and he was like, "Hey," and he was like leading up. Like he went with like a group. It was like me, Riyadh Carroll, my best friend, and then like this like little girl from Connecticut. She was like 15, 16. And like we all went to the San Gennaro Fest, and Selli like grabbed her by the wrist and started like guiding her through the crowd.
It was really crowded. This part's
and,
true.
like- and
This
so like
part's
me
true.
and Riyadh, like we lost him.
That part's true.
Yeah.
The crowd.
No, Selli.
But everything else he said is not true.
Okay.
Selli's guide to dating is divide and conquer.
Oh,
so he
nice.
divided us because he knew he wanted to.
They barely set foot at the festival and they left because of the crowd.
It was just too
I,
much.
don't know, I thought
bumper
it
to
was
bumper.
romantic, what
Yeah.
I've heard so far.
We had a good time.
Oh, he had a
And then
great
we
time.
awkwardly hugged when she left, and then we hooked up later.
Oh.
It was very cool.
What we both acknowledged that it.
Yeah,
the
it
hug-
needed to happen.
The
the hug
pressure
was-
Does
of
she still
the,
do comedy? Of course not. Fucking of course not. That's like the thing is like it's like so funny when like there's people that are like whatever with like comedy, like truly like yeah I can take it or leave it, and like they get like a lot of shit going where it's like what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But it's also like who gives a fuck? Like people that do that type of comedy and the audience that it attracts, that's not like the fucking demographic.
No.
You know,
It's people who they're like, oh, I heard you're doing comedy and I know you,
Yeah.
so I'll invite everyone you also know to come
or I'm like
see
horny
you.
for you.
Yes, that too.
For me,
That's
it's like if you watch my show, it's like you're a fan of comedy and you fucking hate America.
Yes.
Like you truly believe in
Yes.
death to America, and you truly believe in like having a 2-drink minimum and having
Yeah.
a couple giggles.
If a woman wants to have sex with me after my set, I honestly am confused. I'm always
Yeah,
like, okay,
I can
but I'm in the
understand
back
that.
of my mind, I'm like, the fuck's wrong with this girl, dude?
I
What's
will
wrong?
say one of the best dates I've ever been on was with another comedian, and it was because he rejected me afterwards, just telling me, "Hey, I don't really feel a romantic connection with you."
That's cool.
And it made me so happy because I was like, "Oh, this is what it's like to date people that like that are nice."
Yeah.
I should tell him that. Next time, if I ever see him again, I should be like,
It's hard to
best
tell-
date ever."
That feels bad. I recently, a woman.
You have to watch Love on the Spectrum. They're
Oh,
so
maybe.
nice to each other on that show when
Well,
they're dating.
That made me uncomfortable because I was on
Really?
shrooms watching
I
it,
don't.
and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is too fucking much. Like I was like, I gotta watch some fucking Bob's Burgers and calm down because this shit right now is too much. I'm like, damn, is this how like I am on a date? And it's like no, I'm usually just talking about like a fucking some stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know.
I interrupted you though.
No,
What
no,
were
you're
you saying?
fine.
That's all good. That's all this podcast is.
Yeah.
I had a woman recently. We hooked up, and I realized
Nice.
when we were done, I was like, I don't ever want to do that again.
Did you say that?
No!
You make me want to puke, ugly. Beat it. Scram, Claire. This is fun for what it was. But I have too much self-respect to make this
she was
return.
bigger than Claire.
Whoa, really?
I'm not even kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
What was her name? A Macy's Thanksgiving Day
Doesn't
parade float?
matter what her name was. I'm not telling you
Come
because
on.
you'll repeat it every other podcast.
Bigger than Claire.
She's not a
It
comic.
rhymes.
Not
For
a
some reason, I
comic.
thought, yeah, never mind.
You're good.
not a comic.
Not a comic.
Who is she?
You never met her. It doesn't matter.
Was she at that show we did?
No.
At the restaurant?
Which one? No, she's not the rest.
So it wasn't nobody. It wasn't anyone you
I
work with.
either. No,
It's not a
doesn't
comedian.
Matter. But I did. She then followed up, like, want to hang out again, and I just didn't respond.
You're like, hell
but
no,
I
hell
wanted
no,
to,
bitch.
I wanted to respond like,
Scram.
"You're great. You're a great person. I really enjoy hanging out with you, but I'm just not into
Hey,
hooking up with
I
you."
got-
But
I-
it sounds so mean.
I got what I needed. Bye.
Yeah.
Have a good life.
What if you could say like, oh, I thought that was just a fun one-time thing.
But this was a thing, and we used to have a thing before, and we had stopped because
Why?
I just
was
again wasn't into it, and then I'd gone.
Nobody wants to be somebody's sympathy fuck.
Oh, it's horrible, dude. I know. That's what I mean.
Imagine if you were the person that somebody was like kind of grossed out by. You'd feel terrible.
I feel like that's
Exactly.
every
How do you tell
fucking-
someone
that's
that?
Yeah.
Every relationship
God damn.
I've ever been in, where they were like, I just regained my vision. And this isn't working
Yeah,
out.
that's what I mean. Like Caroline, what am I?
I had
supposed to
that,
do?
like,
Be
one
like,
time-
hey, you're
yeah.
great. I think honestly,
You don't owe them an explanation.
I know. I think she just figured it out too. You know.
Yeah,
Beat
I
it.
think the most important thing is
wasn't
just to
mean.
not is just to not have sex with them again, whatever
I'm
it
not going
takes.
What if he really, really wants to?
If you really want to, but it sounds like
I
you
thought
don't.
I did
Yeah.
this time, but then when in the middle of it, I went, I'm
like
Right
if-
after you
out.
came in your pants, you're like, no, this is wrong.
tapping out. Yeah,
This never happened to me before. I just love you so much.
Everything from a embarrassing comedy movie has happened to me.
oh no,
Really?
Like bad,
like you've gotten your semen in another woman's hair while she's with her parents.
yeah, like things like I swear to God, like that. Not like no one's recorded me like in my underwear dancing in front of the foreign chick, but you know, like I've like come on my own face, and it's not me. It's like the girl's done it to me.
Yeah.
So it's shit like that.
One time I was having missionary sex with a girl, and like she was on top, so I was like,
No, we
like
get
this.
it.
And then like
Wait,
she was like, come
that's not
inside
it.
of me, and I was like, okie dokie. So I like, and then like she went, and like she spit my jizz
No,
into
shut
my
up.
face, and I was like, how the fuck did that happen?
Shut the
It's just one fucking tube. Isn't that nuts?
It's just connects.
That sounds
It was like
scary.
that dinosaur in Jurassic Park when it spat on Newman. That was
Oh
exactly,
yeah.
only it was my own jizz.
I had a girl slap me once, not even during sex, just like during making out, and it really took me out of it.
I had this one chick.
Do not hurt
Yeah.
me.
to be, I
This one chick was like the safety word is stop, and I went, but before I could finish, she ran over me with a car.
I remember I started a new relationship with a guy and then didn't realize I didn't really like having sex with him until we started having sex because he was going, I need more lube.
Damn.
More lube? Oh my God.
That's when you just gotta be like, all right, and you go, and then you just like hawk a fat fucking
His
loogie.
voice sounded like that too.
Oh my God.
So that's why it was scary. I need
Ew.
more lube.
It's all shaky. I'm scared.
That
for
sounds
you.
like an old man,
Yeah.
like a prospector at like an
like
abandoned mine.
the guy from Poltergeist 2.
yeah.
At one point, he went, having sex has never been so much fun.
Oh God.
Well, it sounds like he was having a great time.
Yeah.
So that's like an unfair like
I had your
dichotomy.
dilemma. I was like, I can't tell him.
I don't want to ruin.
There's
like,
so many
yeah.
things you just can't tell people.
Never, yeah.
Like they'll be like, "Oh, that I liked doing that for you, though," and you're like, "Well, too bad." I hate
Too
it.
fucking bad, dude.
I don't like getting my name called.
I don't.
Especially my fake name, Selli.
Yeah.
I've had girls call me Selli.
I
and
don't
I'm
like. I
"Stop.
don't like you taking off your
It's my
burqa.
street name.
This is a traditional, dude.
Yeah.
Now that we're living in Shire law, New York.
Or daddy, dude. Don't bring up daddy, dude.
Really?
I don't.
Why
Unless
not?
you're a Hispanic doing it, your own bilingual
Have you ever
thing.
have you ever had sex with a woman and tell her like I'm old enough to be your father?
No,
Never.
no.
And then she's like, "Can you please stop saying that?"
That's how I used to like flirt with men, was revealing that my father didn't love me, and they'd be like, "Oh, my mother didn't hug me enough," and then
Oh, that's
Right.
a bad duo. Right?
And like, "Oh, I was never breastfed."
and then you
and
go,
like,
"I'll breastfeed
Nobody ever fucking pisses on me.
If a man leads,
Oh
with
no, I'm
trauma,
stung by a jellyfish. I need
I
someone
know
to pee
that
on me.
now.
Yeah, if a man leads with trauma, he's a loser.
Yeah, he
I
is.
swear to God, you can't
Yeah, dude.
lead
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
You have to
like-
reveal it to them.
You know what? You
You
know
know
what?
to be
My
ashamed of it.
You'll end up with the "I need more lube." God.
Shaky voice. I don't like that.
Well, my child trauma was I didn't have a Sega Genesis and a Super Nintendo. We had to
understandable.
choose.
I didn't have video games growing up.
Haha, you suck, fucking loser.
Do you remember that old Aladdin game that everybody was playing?
Oh
Fuck
yeah,
yeah,
I actually
dude.
did play that.
Yeah, I played
No,
that.
you didn't.
My cousin had the Super Nintendo and all the
That's
games.
what
the
that
Super
was on
Nintendo
a
wasn't
Super
as fun. The
Nintendo?
Sega Genesis version, Aladdin had a sword.
He doesn't have a sword in the movie,
Yeah, he does. He has it near the end where he fights Jafar as a snake.
but not like really though.
Oh yeah, that one was
It wasn't
fun.
like predominant, but he
defense.
had that fucking curved sword at one point.
He's not the. It's not like that. The Prince Charming and Beauty and the Beast sword. Not Beauty and the Beast. Sorry, Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty. Where
The
the prince
Beauty's
had the sword
yeah.
that he threw through the. There were some
dragon.
fucking best weapons in a Disney film.
That sword. I don't. What did Atlantis have like anything cool?
Nah.
No. Tarzan's fists.
Tarzan's fucking skating on
There's
the vines.
a very sexy scene, by the way. 2 sexy scenes.
In
in,
The Lion King when Nala and Simba are
Yeah.
rolling down the hill, and then Nala licks Simba's face, and then like is like, "How about you fuck me?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "Damn, how about I fuck this fucking lion too?"
No- no,
I'm
I-
like crawling over the fucking like pit in the lions, like I'm all fucking horned up after seeing that scene. Like
I want to bang 2 Chinese chicks because of Lady and the Tramp. So
the Siamese cats.
Yeah.
I always assumed they were males.
no,
It's okay if
Yeah,
they're both
dude.
males.
No!
they're- Siamese
they're
people.
guys. Okay,
They're very
those cats.
feminine.
I want to bang
Those
are
are
girls.
fucking lady boys. Those are feline
That-
lady
that
Oh
boys.
makes
yeah,
way
that
more
makes
sense,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
We are Siamese lady
Also,
boys.
anti-Italian movie when he's like, I get the dog and the meatball and the spaghetti.
Yeah.
I
Isn't that funny?
liked
Like, they
the
got, like,
fox from Robin Hood. The Robin Hood.
Yeah,
You
everyone
wanted to
loved
bang
the fox.
the fox?
Everyone
Oh, yeah,
loved
hell
the
yeah.
fox.
He's very manly.
And Lana Bunny, of course.
And,
Lola Bunny, yeah.
Lola Bunny. Well, that was like different.
Yeah.
Now it's all about Officer Hare from Zootopia. There's a lot
She's
of
thick.
Rule
I've seen that
34
one.
with that one.
Anyways, there's a scene in Aladdin that I actually like thought was sexy. There's a
When
scene.
when the merchant's about to cut off Jasmine's hands, he's like, "Steal from me, will you?"
No, it's-
and then Aladdin's like, "Don't worry, my daughter's retarded. She thinks the Sultan is the monkey." And then the boys like, "Brr, brr, 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 brr." And like they're stealing shit. Oh, that was awesome.
No, it's the scene when Jasmine's boobs bounce around a lot. When she thinks Aladdin was killed. When Jafar goes death, and she goes, "You don't remember
move?
this?"
That one is good. And then like,
Not off rip, but I'm trying.
and then like when
Yeah.
Jafar is like, "Now that I'm Sultan, I'm gonna make you my sex slave."
Yeah,
And,
I also love that part. Yeah.
and then like she's like, Jafar, I never realized how handsome you were.
I have a very visceral
Yeah.
memory of asking my uncle why Ariel, the Little Mermaid, wore seashells.
Cause the clams are sucking on her titties.
Yeah. I like how Jafar just looks at her and is like, "You're barking up the wrong tree, miss."
I'm gay. Why do you think I'm so evil? Because I would be killed for my
Your
sexuality.
father is my type.
Yeah. He's a little bear.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's like all the thing. It's like Sharia law prevents me from being gay, so I have to become the emperor to rewrite the rules. He's trying to turn Agrabah into a modern day
and
Gomorrah.
he turns into a really gay genie. Remember,
He
the
does.
evil genie.
Yeah.
You're like, he's gonna enter my ass.
Unlimited cosmic
Yeah.
power.
You could tell. You could feel it. You could feel the homoeroticism reek off him. When he
All
became
the Disney
genie.
villains were gay.
Yeah, Gaston's gay.
Gaston is gay.
The Tarzan guy's gay.
Gaston
Clay.
was
Clay?
gay? I didn't
Yeah.
get gay vibes from him.
He and
They're just
LeFou, he was like viciously having sex with LeFou. And he was like, "Don't tell anyone about this." And like LeFou was like, "Just be honest and be gay."
Syndrome?
And, yeah, Syndrome's definitely gay.
Yeah, he should be.
Scar
banging.
was gay as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like the most melodramatic fucking homo.
Hanging out with his
Judge
hyenas.
Claude Frollo.
Oh,
from Hunchback.
Dude, so gay.
Oh, that
A
movie.
priest.
That movie. Okay, I learned from The Hunchback of Notre Dame that there's such a thing as unrequited love
Yeah.
and that you could be deformed. I didn't know.
Just like the idea of just like a regular person just being like deformed though.
Esmeralda's
Like he had like the
no.
strength and he was moving like fucking Spider-Man.
And I eventually figured out that the villain was horny. So I learned
Yeah.
that priests can be horny.
One of the best deaths too was Frollo falling off.
Frollo, that's his name.
And I will strike down upon thee with blah blah blah. And then like the gargoyle's like, "Fuck you." He's like, "Ah, gay."
Into lava
Yeah.
on a rock.
That's what I want to
Yeah.
do. I want to fucking have a fucking. If I'm in a movie, I want to play a bad guy. I want to be like the one where you fall to your death because like there's so
Yeah.
many good fall to your death scenes.
Die Hard.
He-
Both rush hours.
Yeah.
There you go.
He got so horny that he sang Hellfire.
Yeah. And it was like chanting and shit.
Yeah.
That was a
Hellfire! Hellfire!
Yeah.
No, no,
And he's
no.
like, either
I don't
this
know the
gypsy's
rest.
gonna fucking bang me or I'm gonna kill her.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a tease. Fuck her.
She is a tease.
Fuck her, dude.
So do you sing
Yeah.
songs about Claire in your spare time?
That's me, dude.
He does.
Sweet Claire. Yeah, just outside her window and some old Italian who's like, hey, shut up down there. Leave her alone.
Hey, you leave her alone. You let her eat. What?
We have to have Claire on that. We should.
No.
No?
We don't
Never.
have to.
Does she know that
We
you
have to have Alexis
that her
on.
name gets
Oh,
mentioned?
absolutely.
We've genuinely dragged Alexis' name.
What do you mean drag, dude?
Truth.
She had consensual sex with you, and that's like dragging her name through the fucking. What?
I actually didn't do. I didn't. Me and Claire haven't really dated. You,
Well, you got pretty
you
fucking
drag.
handsy.
You drag.
You talk about like how Claire is like your great unrequited love.
It's not true.
Well, where can we see you?
Yeah,
What do you,
Caroline.
what do you have going
Tell
on?
him.
I don't have any shows planned right now, but I'm done with school for like the whole summer. So I
Nice.
would like to do as much stuff as possible.
Absolutely. Well, what's
Yeah.
your Instagram? I'll fucking plug it right here.
It's at Caroline Blair Comic.
Nice.
And you can see all the cool animals that I've worked with my vet tech job
Nice.
thing going on.
Fuck yeah.
I've got swans, I've got llamas, all sorts of things.
I've been watching like chiropractors working on like horses and dogs.
Oh, okay. I'll talk.
That just cracks me up. Just
Have you seen the chiropractor like torturing the old lady?
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
really
that
cool.
is so scary.
But like, it'd be worth it just to like get it loose. I want to do it just once.
I've done it.
But I
Yeah.
also see like the videos of like this man is paralyzed from a chiropractor gone wrong.
yeah.
So that's nervous. What about you, Tom Spaghetti?
I am September 4th, I think. I mean, that's way far from now, but
That's years from now.
September 5th, I'm at Concentric Brewing Company again in Connecticut. It's my show. Please
my
come
God.
to it. Write it down in your calendars. I don't have anything really coming up this summer so far. It's really bothering me, but
Uh-oh.
we'll be fine. And then follow me on Instagram at Selli and check out my other podcast, Yes Offense. We're back, and I'm having a good time doing it. Hopefully I keep doing it.
We'll see,
Yeah,
dude.
we'll see.
We'll see, man. And as always, you can follow me on all social medias at Joe W. Gorman on I'm not really on Twitter, but I'm on Instagram. I'm on all that sites. If you have PlayStation or Xbox, that's my gamer tag. My Nintendo friend code is right here, so I got a Switch 2. So if you want to play some shit with me on Switch 2, let me know. Aside from that, book me on your shows, even though I quit comedy forever.
For real,
Isn't it weird how that works?
Anybody who watches this books, just book us.
Yeah, just
I'm
book
so
us.
sick of DMing you people and saying, "Oh, we'll hit you up," and you don't, and then I
Yeah.
follow up, and it's, "Oh, sorry, we forgot."
Or we're on hiatus forever.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I quit because I got married. All right.
Yeah,
fuck
dude.
face.
Life sucks, man.
God, who do I have to meet who books consistently?
Nobody.
God, it seems
dude.
like a lot of other shitty comics.
Email
know
the
them.
improv comedy club at gmail.com.
All right. Sorry, I'm on
Alright.
field now. Anyway,
Yikes,
bye.
classic.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.